Hi there, I'm Leanne Lee from the Diva of DIY. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so glad that you have chosen to download the DIY project planner. I wanted to come on here today and just give you a few pointers on how to make the most of this planning resource. So the DIY project planner is broken into 3 sections: a home section, a business section, and just a DIY project planning section. So when you download the planner, and I haven't made it really fancy because I don't like using all of my printer ink when I print things out. So you can print it out in black and white. There are a couple of colors. When you print it out, this will be your front page, okay? And then you're gonna have just basically a welcome sheet, and it just talks about, you can go through the planner on your computer, decide which pages apply to you, and just print out those specific pages. So there'll be some pages you want to print out multiple pages of, like multiple DIY project sheets and so forth. Also, I always recommend a 3-ring binder. I would get a 3-inch so that you can put lots of things in it, and you'll want a hole punch just so you can put that in there. And then I like to have a zippered pouch that also fits in that binder so that you can put fabric swatches or paint swatches or magazine clippings of some inspirational things that you might have that you want to look at later. Okay, so the first section is called My Home. And in that, there's going to be a section for long-term goals for your home, overall goal, design style. These are things just you may not know all the answers right now, but just start jotting down some things, because as those things change, you can always print out another sheet and revise those. All right, I also have a blank sheet that says my vision board. I always make a vision board for new inspiration that I have. So look at newspaper clipping, or newspapers, nobody's doing that anymore, magazine clippings, or print out pictures that you see on the internet. Just look around and find things that inspire you. Okay, and then you've got a sheet, overall vision, your wants, your needs. There's some different budget amounts on here that you can start to categorize those. And then who's completing the tasks? Is this a do-it-yourself project, or is there something you need to hire an outside contractor for? Then there's to do, to buy. I've also got a section where you can log your paint colors and for each room, walls, trim, ceiling, accent wall colors. And then there's a spot for donations. So if you're going through things, you're starting to purge, are you going to relocate it to another room? Are you going to sell it, donate it, recycle it, repurpose it? I love a good repurpose project. And then another section. So then I have given you a place to get your room measurements. Those are going to be important if you're going to be buying drapes or blinds, or even just to calculate the amount of paint you need. So there is a room measurement section here that shows you how to get wall square footage, ceiling and floor square footage as well. And then just a master project list where you can put everything down and then just start knocking them out one by one. That's the home section. Then we move to the business section, and that's going to be short-term goals, long-term goals, and your overall goal for your business. I also do a vision board for my business, and that could look very different to different people. It may be, things you want to implement, but it also could be what your business is going to provide for you and your family in the future. Goals, and then what do you need to achieve your goals? If you're a DIYer, what power tool training, what business training do you need? Marketing, social media training, community support, tools and supplies that you need for your business. And then I've got just a master to-do list. This will be good if you are like me, things need to be written down. So it's just a to-do list that you can start putting things down, and if you're like me, you love to check them off. And then I've got a monthly project planner, and this is a project planner if you have a craft or a DIY business. This kind of tells you when to create and start marketing the different projects based on the time of year. And then we've got a place for seasonal ideas, okay? And those are going to be where you just jot down based on the project calendar I've given you, some different ideas you could do for those months. And you don't have to have a business. You could just use this just for your own decorating, for your own switching out decor for the seasons. And then I've got a section on marketing ideas, pricing strategy to help you figure out how to price the items that you're making. And then we've got the DIY project section that could be for your home, your business, or a hobby. And it's just going to give you a detailed page where you can put the name of the project, supplies needed, tools needed, what kind of training, what kind of specialty training might you need to do that, steps for the project, and then towards the end, I've got a project evaluation. This can work for individual DIY projects, so what worked well, what would you change next time? And for your business, what projects that you made, what items, what craft items or DIY projects that you made to sell, what sold well and what didn't? And what would you change? What would you stop doing? What would you start doing? And then just a section to brainstorm. Creative minds, we're always thinking, we're always churning new ideas. And so having some paper to just brainstorm is important. Get it down. A business mentor once said to me that note takers are the history makers, and that really resonated with me. It helps me so much to get things down on paper, and that is why I've made this planner for you. Just enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, and I hope you make a lot of DIY projects this year.